All right, guys. So am I audible to all of you? Please respond now. Yes. So this is the first set. Okay. So this is the first set, which I think it was an easy one. It's not a difficult. Okay. Let's see. It says Healthy Bites is a fast food joint serving three items, that is burger, fries and ice cream. So there are only three items are served. It has two employees, Anis and Bani, who prepares the items ordered by the clients. Preparation time is at 10 minutes for burger. So for burger, the preparation time is nothing but that is 10 minutes. So for burger, the preparation time is 10 minutes and 2 minutes for an order of an ice cream. So for ice cream, it is taking 2 minutes. An employee can prepare only one of these, can't prepare both of them simultaneously. Either you can prepare a burger or ice cream at a time here. The fries are prepared in automatic fryer, which can prepare up to 3 portions of the fries at the time. Okay. And takes 5 minutes. It takes a total of 5 minutes irrespective of the number of portions. So, okay. So fries take 5 minutes, and in the 5 minutes it can prepare 3 portions, irrespective of the number of portions. So even if you need 1 portion, it will take 5 minutes. The fryer does not need, now for the fryer does not need an employee to constantly attend to it. And we can ignore the time taken by an employee to start and stop the fryer. Thus an employee can be engaged in preparing other items while the frying is on. However, fries cannot be prepared in anticipation of future orders. Now that is important. Fries cannot be prepared in anticipation of future orders. So whenever someone will give me order, then only I'll prepare the fries here. Now, Healthy Bites wishes to serve the orders as early as possible. Okay. The individual items in any order are served as and when ready. However, the order is considered to be completely served only when all the items of that order are served. When you are going to serve the entire item, then only we can say that, okay, the entire order has been served. And the table below gives the order of the three clients. Client number 1 arrived at, he gives the order at 10 o'clock. Second client at 10:05 and the third client at 10:07, and so many orders here. Now, let's come to the first question. First question says, okay, assume that only one client's order can be processed. Okay, so at a time, at a given point of time, I can process only one client's order. So Anis or Bani cannot start preparing a new order while a previous order is being prepared. At what time is the order placed by client 1 is completely served? Okay. So client 1. So client 1 needs 1 burger, 3 fries and 1 order of ice cream. Okay. So if the client 1, okay. So if the client 1 is taking 1 burger, and it says, assume that only 1 client order can be prepared here. So at what time is the order placed by client 1 can be completely served? Okay. Now what is the time taken by burger? Time taken to process the burger, that is 10 minutes. So I can say that burger will take nothing but a total of 10 minutes. Okay guys, burger will take a total of 10 minutes. Okay. And simultaneously, I can also prepare 3 portion fries at that time, but that is also going to take 5 minutes. And 1 order of ice cream, that is also going to take 2 minutes here. And it says that assume that only 1 order can be processed here. Okay, only 1 order. So maybe I can say, maybe A is Anis is preparing the burger. Alright, Anis is preparing the burger. And for fries, we don't need anyone. And maybe Bani, that is B, is preparing a order of ice cream here. So Anis is preparing a burger, B is preparing the order of the ice cream. So in that means what? That means the order can be completed by what time? That is 10:10. And order can be completed by 10:10. So it means the answer will be nothing but that is equal to option B, which is 10:10. Alright. So is question number 1 clear to all of you? Please tell me any doubts to anyone in question number 1. So can we move to the next question? Alright. Now, so it says, assume that, question number 2, assume that only 1 client's order can be processed at any given point of time. So at any given point of time, only 1 client order can be processed. So Anish or Bani cannot start preparing a new order while a previous order is being prepared. Okay. At what time is the order placed by client 3 is completely served? Now for client 1, we have already identified in the previous question that the client order, it will be served by the end of 10:10. Okay. By the end of 10:10. So now what will happen for client 2? So for client 2, and client 2 has ordered 2 order of fries, 2 portion of fries. So 2 portion of the fries and 1 order of ice cream. So for ice cream, it will take only 2 minutes. But for 2 portion of fries, it will take another 5 minutes. So the client 2 order will be prepared from 10:10 to 10:15. So the order of the client 2, it will be served by the end of nothing but that is 10:15. Okay, because the fries will take 5 minutes. So that is 10:15. Now at 10:07, client 3 order 1 burger and 1 portion of fries. But this burger is going to take how much time? It is going to take 10 minutes. So from 10:15 to 10:25, okay, we are going to prepare burger. So at the end of 10:25, the order of the client 3 will be solved. So the answer for this question will be nothing but that is option number C. Now tell me if there is any doubts to anyone. Please respond, all of you. Any doubts to anyone now? No. So can I move to this part is clear to all of you? Alright. So let's move to the next slide now. So first is done, second is done. Let's come to the question number 3. It says, since the employees are allowed to process multiple orders at a time. Now, there can be a multiple order at a time. It says, clients are allowed to take a multiple order at a time. Okay. But the preference would be to finish order of the client who placed the order earlier. Okay. So at what time is the order placed by the client 2 is completely solved? So I need to find out for client 2. Okay. Now, employees are allowed to process multiple order of the time. So in any case here, even in this question, I say that the client 1 order, it will be completed. It will take how much time? That is 10:10 to 10. Okay. Not 10:10, but the client 1. For the client 1, the total time consumed is nothing but that is 10 to 10:10. So the order of the client 1 will be completed by 10:10. Okay. But it says both the orders can be processed simultaneously. At what time the order placed by the client 2 is completely solved? Now remember, if I am talking about the client 1, there is a Anis and the Bani. So maybe Anis will prepare a burger for the client 1. Okay, and he will prepare the burger. He will take how much time? That is 10 minutes. So from 10 to 10:10, Anis will prepare burger. Okay, and Bani will prepare ice cream from 10 to 10:02. Okay, and Bani will prepare ice cream. Basically, Bani is now completely free. After 10 to Bani is completely free because for the fries, we do not need any time here. It will take 5 minutes, but Bani is still completely free. So when the client to order at 10:05, okay, at 10:05. So can he say at 10:05? So in that case, what is going to happen here? Okay, so in that case, 10:05. So from 10:05, Bani will start preparing what? Ice cream. So ice cream will be completed from 10:05 to 10:07. Okay, and the ice cream will be completed here. Okay, Bani will prepare ice cream here. But client 2 has also ordered 2 portion of fries. And client 1 has ordered 3 portion of fries. So for the fries, when it comes to the fries, the 3 portion of the fries from client 1, it will take a time from 10 to 10:05. And then after 10:05, fryer is free. Now after 10:05, fryer is free. So when I switch on the fryer will take 10:05 to 10:10 to prepare order for the client 2. Okay. So in any case, by the end of 10:07, ice cream is completed. By the time of 10:10, 2 portion of fries will be also completed for client 2. So the answer for this will be also option A, which is 10:10. So any doubts to anyone now in this slide, please respond, everyone. Sai, Damini, Ayush, no. So can I move to the next slide if this part is clear to all of you? Okay. Now, coming to the question number 4. Suppose the employees are allowed to process multiple orders. So now multiple orders is allowed at a time. But the preference would be to finish orders of client who placed their orders earlier. Also assume that the fourth client came only at 10:35. So the fourth client came at 10:35. Between 10 to 10:30, it is between 10 to 10:30. Okay. Between 10 to 10:30, for how many minutes is exactly one of the employees is idle? Exactly one of the employees is idle. Let's see here. I'll say, now, what are the order? That is burger, okay, and then ice cream. Now, for the fries, we do not need any person. Yes, so for the fries, we do not need any person. It's automated, so just leave it here for burger and fries. So if I'm talking about the client one, C1 means client one. Client one has ordered one burger. Okay, so one burger means 10 to 10:10. Okay, 10 a.m. to 10:10 or 10 p.m. to 10 p.m. Doesn't matter. Okay, 10 to 10. And ice cream can be one person will work on burger and another person will work on ice cream. And he will take how much time? 10 o'clock to 10:02. Okay. Now client 2. Client 2 has also ordered one portion of ice cream. Okay, one portion of ice cream here. Okay. So ice cream and the client 2 order at 10:05. So I can say from 10 to 10:05. Okay. 10 to 10:05. Again another person. So you can say 10 to 10:05. Okay. Let me write down here. 10:05 to 10:07. Okay, now he ordered at 10:05, so he will prepare the ice cream 10:05 to 10:07. So can I, this person is completely free for 3 minutes, 10 to, I can say 10 to 10:05. This person is completely free. However, one of the person is still preparing the burger till 10:10. Okay, so it means between the time 10:02 to 10:05, one of the person is completely idle. Exactly one person is idle. Okay. Now, client 3 ordered at 10:07 and 10:07 he ordered one burger. So can he say that is 10:07? Now this person is free at 10:07. Okay. So this person will prepare 10:07. Okay. I am writing here 10:07 to 10:27. Okay. 10:27. So one of the person is preparing. However, the one person was preparing the burger earlier. That person is completely free after 10:10 onwards. Sorry, 10:70. So that person is completely free after 10:10 onwards. So, and another person will be completely free after 10:17. So one person is free after 10:17, one person will be free after 10:10. So between 10 to 10:17, now again, this exactly one of the person is working. Okay, between 10 to 10:17, again exactly one person is working here. So what is the total time? 3 minutes. And then plus 7 minutes also, there is one more person. Exactly one person is working, means one of them is idle. And after 10:17, none of the person is working. But we need to find out for exactly one person. So the answer is 3 plus 7, which is equal to 10 minutes. So that means the answer is option number B. So now tell me if there is any doubts to anyone in this set. So this set was easy. Now tell me, how many of you have got all 4 correct? Sai has got 4 correct. Damini has got 4. All of you should have got 4 correct. This was a very easy set, not a difficult one. And I don't think it will take more than 10 minutes also. It can be easily solved within 10 minutes. Isn't it? Okay. So can I move to the next set? Please respond. Sai, Damini, Ayush, everyone. Silly mistakes in last question. No issues. Okay. So should we start with the set 2 now, guys? Please tell me. So set 1, I'll rate it as a easy, or in fact the medium level, easy to medium. Let's move to the set 2. Lot of informations are given, but among all the sets given sets here, I think this one is still easy. Okay. So, okay. Now, question number 5 to 8. This was also doable. A study to look at the early teaming of rural kids was carried out in a number of villages spanning 3 states. chosen from the northeast, the west and the south. 54-year-old kids were sampled from each of the 50 villages. So 50 kids each were sampled from each of the 150 villages from the northeast. So can you guys tell me what is the total number of students in the total number of kids in the northeast? That is 150 villages. That's right. I can say 150 into 50, which is equal to 7,500. Okay. So the total number of kids in the northeast is 75. Now further it says 250 villages from W. Okay. And 200 villages from S. So number of villages in W is 250 villages. And from each of the villages there were 50 kids. So 250 into 50, that will be equal to nothing but 12500. And similarly in the south there are 200 villages, and each of the villages there are 50 kids. So 200 into 50, that is equal to 10,000. So what is the total number of kids on which the survey has been done? Can I say that is northeast plus west plus south? This will be 30,000. Okay. So the total number of kids on whose the survey has been done is nothing but that is equal to 30,000. Now, the kids were further, it says the kids were further divided into two groups, okay, into two groups based on whether their mothers dropped out or they have completed their education or not. The table below gives the number of kids in different types of schools for mother who dropped out of school before completing primary education. So G is nothing but government, then primary, and this one. Alright. Now, again, if you look at here, first para, it was found that 30,000 surveyed kids, 55% studied in the primary run schools run by the government. So in the government school, what is the total population of the government school? 55% of 30,000. So 55% of 30,000. Can anyone tell me what is 55% of 30,000? That's right. So 55% of 30,000 is equal to 16,500. So we also know that in government school, the total number is equal to 55% of 30,000. And that is equal to 16,500. In private school, it is 37%. So in the private school, it is 37%. So 37% of 30,000. So 37% of 30,000, that's right. 37 into 3 is 111. So 11100. And remaining 8% did not go to school at all. So 8% did not go to school at all. So what is the 8% here? 8% of 30,000. That will be equal to 2,400. So 2,400 did not go to school here. Again, in government school, there are two categories. Okay. One of them is dropped out and the other one is completed. So we have got the information that in government school, the total is 30,500, isn't it? Total is 13,500 who has been dropped out. So how many of them have completed? How many of them has completed? Can anyone tell me? Now remember, in government school, the total population is 16,500. Out of 16,500, 13,500 has been dropped out. So if 13,500 has been dropped out, so how many of them has completed their education? I can say 16,500 minus 13,500, which will be equal to nothing but that will be comes out to be 3,000. So 3,000 of them has completed. Okay. Similarly, in private school, it is nothing but how many of them has total 2,700. Okay. Total 2,700 of them has been dropped out. So total 2,700 is dropped out. So how many of them are? Yeah. So I can say total completed their education, it will be equal to nothing but 11,100 minus 2,700. That is the total number of students who has completed their education, whose mothers have completed their education. Okay. And in the category O, yes, that is equal to 8,400. And in the category O means which did not go to schools, 2,400 did not go to school. So out of this 2,400, for 1,800 of the mothers, they are dropped out. So how many of them went to schools? 2,400 minus 1,800, that is equal to nothing but that is equal to 600 here. Okay. And the total dropped out is 80,000. So out of 30,000, 18,000 children, the mother of 18,000 children is dropped out. So how many of them have completed their education? 30,000 minus 18,000, that is equal to 12,000. Okay. So I have written all this on this slide. We can do it like this one. Okay. Whatever the value we have calculated, we can probably on the basis of that, we can complete our table. And once our table is completed, we can get the answers quickly here. So we know government, let me write down this value. We have already calculated that it was equal to 16,500. Okay. And this was equal to 3,000. In the private school, 27, this is equal to 11100. And this was, you guys have calculated 8,400 completed. And in O, it is equal to total completed is equal to 600. Okay, 600. And total is equal to 2,400. And grand total that also we have calculated here, it was equal to 7,500. Then in west, it is 12,500. And in the south, it was how much? 55%, isn't it? No. In the south, the total was how much? I think that was 10,000. And total was 30,000. Isn't this what we calculated on the previous slide? Any doubts to anyone till this step? Please tell me. No. Now, few more informations are given here. It is also known that in S, so we are talking about S. Okay, let's concentrate on S here. All right, all of us, let's concentrate on S. Just a minute. So in S, 60% of the surveyed kids were in G. So total number of kids who have surveyed here, it is equal to 10,000. So 60% of 10,000 means 6,000 and 6,000 were in G. So 6,000 were in G. So I can write down this value. It is equal to 6,000 which were in G. Okay. So in S, how many of them has completed? That is 6,000 minus 5,100. Isn't it? This is equal to 6,000 minus 5,100, which is equal to 900. Any doubts to anyone? No? Alright. Now, moreover, in S, it says moreover in S, all surveyed kids whose mothers had completed primary education, were in school. Okay. So all surveyed kids whose mothers have completed, okay, were in education. So this portion is equal to 0. Alright. I'm talking about this value. This is 0. Why? Because anyone, for any students whose mother has completed the graduation or mother has completed the primary education, all these kids have also completed their education. So all surveyed kids whose mother had completed were in school. So they were also in school. So O is nothing but that is, O is represents the number of students who did not go to school. So that way it is 0. Alright. So what is this value now? Tell me, comes out to be, all of you. This is 5,100 plus 300 plus 300. What is this value comes out to be? I can say, the thing it simply says that moreover in S, all surveyed kids. How many kids were surveyed? Total number of kids which were surveyed is equal to nothing but that is 10,000. Okay, in S, the total number of kids who were surveyed is 10,000. Whose mothers had completed primary education. Okay, so out of these surveyed kids, okay, for how many of them the mothers is dropped out? Tell me, for how many of them the mothers is dropped out? That is 5,100 plus 3,000 and plus 300 plus 300. So in S, if I'm talking about in S, what is the total number of dropped out? That is given as also in the previous slide, the total was already given. That is equal to 5,700. So how many of them has completed, for how many kids the mother has completed the graduation or primary education? That is, tell me, it will be, comes out to be how much? That is 10,000 minus 5,700. Yes or no? Yahi hoga? Or this is 5,100 plus 300 plus 300. That is equal to 5,700. Okay. So completed will be 4,300. What does it say for system? Moreover in S, all surveyed kids whose mothers had completed primary educations were in school. So can we say all these 4,300 mothers have completed the school also? They're in school? Please tell me yes or no. Moreover, in S, all surveyed kids whose mothers had completed primary education. So for 4,300 kids, the mother has completed the primary education. Yes or no? For 4,300 kids, the mother has completed the primary education and 5,700 mothers are dropped out. So for 4,300 kids, the mother is completed. So among this represents what? Mother. That there are 4,300 mother who has completed their primary education. And the kids of all these mothers, they are in school. So is there any out of this 4,300 who is not a part of school? Tell me now, Jatin and Sai and everyone. Is there any kids who has not completed the? No. So that's why this part is equal to 0. Is that clear? That's why I put this part is equal to 0. O represents what? Who did not go to school. So all these 4,300 mothers, their children who has completed the education, the children of all these 4,300 mothers are going to school. So that's why this is equal to 900. So this will be equal to 4,300 minus 900. 4,300 minus 900, that is equal to 3,700. Okay. And this portion is equal to 0. Is that part clear to all of you now? And this will be 3,700 plus 300. I think it will be what? Sorry, 4,300 minus 900 is 3,400. So I can write down this is equal to 3,400. So not 37. Total will be 3,700. So let me write down this is equal to 3,400 and this is equal to 37. Any doubts to anyone now? Please respond. Please respond, everyone. Okay. Now, so for South, in the South region, what we can see here is, if you look at here, this is 6,000, this is 700, and this is equal to 3 years. So that O means the number of mothers, represents O represents the number of mothers, the number of children who did not go to school. So that is equal to 300. So I can write down 300. Okay, so let me write down 300 here. Okay, just a minute. Okay, now let's move to the point number 2. Point number 2, it says in Northeast among the O kids. So it is talking about the Northeast among the O kids here. So here it is talking about the Northeast among the O kids. So let me highlight that portion here. We are talking about Northeast and among the O kids. So we are about this. Okay. In the Northeast among the O kids, 50% had mothers who had dropped out before completing their education. So this dropped out is equal to 3,300. And can you say this 300, it represents basically nothing but that is 50%. If it represents 50% here, so how many mother had completed? That will be also going to be equal to 300. And 300 plus 300 total will be equal to 600. Is that part clear to all of you? Any doubts to anyone in this part? Please tell me. No. All right. So point number 2 is very much clear here. Now, in the point number 2 also, if you look at here, okay. This total should be equal to 600. This is equal to 300. So can I say in West, that is in W, drop out in category, the drop out is equal to 1,200. How many of them has completed? That must be equal to nothing, but that should be also equal to 300 here. So I can write this is also equal to 300. So write down, this is also equal to 300. And 100 plus 300, that is equal to 300. And this is equal to 300 plus 0, which is equal to 300. So I hope that the table of O is clear to all of you. Any doubts to anyone regarding the table of O? Please respond. No. Now coming to the point number 3. Point number 3 says the number of kids in G. So let me highlight here. Yes. The number of kids in G in Northeast. So the number of kids in G in Northeast. So we are talking about this value. The number of kids in G in Northeast was same as the number of kids in G in W. So that is the same as the number of kids in G in W. Okay, so this total and this total, it has to be equal to, out of 16,500, this is equal to 6,000. So 16,500 minus 6,000, that will come out to be how much? That will be equal to 10,500. And divide 10,500 by 2. So if I divide 10,500 by 2, so this is equal to 250. And this is also equal to 250. So is that part clear to all of you? So in Northeast, in the category G, this is equal to nothing but is equal to 550 minus 200. And 5250 minus 4200, that is equal to 150. So this will be 1050. So any doubts to anyone regarding the table of G now? Please tell me. Any doubts to anyone regarding the table of G? Please tell me yes or no. No. Alright. Is my voice still breaking or it's clear to all of you? Is there any disturbance? No. Alright. Breaks in between. Okay. Okay. Now coming to the P. Dropped is 500. Now we know the grand total, it has to be equal to 7,500. Okay. It has to be equal to 7,500. So if it has to be equal to 7,500, this is 5,250. This is 600. Oh. So 600 plus 550, that is equal to 5,850. And it is 500. So 7,500 minus 5,850. So 700 minus 5,850, that the total of this scheme comes out to 750 minus 550 minus 50 minus 650. So in here I can say this is equal to 1,000 steps. So completed it will be equal to 1,050 minus 500, which will equal to nothing but 1. And now we can complete the table for P also. So how can we complete the table for P? If you look at it, this it has to be equal to 11,100. This is for 700, this is 1650. So from 11,100, subtract 3,700 and 1650. So if I subtract these two, this will be 750. So I can write down this is equal to 5750. And if this is equal to 5750, then here the completed will be equal to 5750 minus 900. And this value, it will be comes out to be equal to 385. And that's a complete table. So now tell me if there is any doubts to anyone in this table, preparing this table. No? Ayush, Damini and everyone. Can I move to the next slide then? Can we move to the questions? Guys, please tell me. Yes. Okay, so let's move to the questions now. Now question number 5. It says, what percentage of kids from S were studying in P? So in P, S is 3,700 and the total is equal to 10,000. So my answer is equal to 3,700 upon 10,000 is equal to 37%. The option number A. So for question number 5, the correct answer is option number A. Alright. So the answer is option A. Now come to question number 6. Among the kids in W whose mothers had completed primary education, how many were not in school? So mothers had completed primary education 1,050, 1,900 and that is equal to 300 here. But how many of them were not in school? That is nothing but that is this value which is equal to 300. So the answer is option A, which is 300. Question number 7. Okay, now just here question number 7. It says in a follow-up survey of the same kids 2 years later. So it is a follow-up survey of the same kids later. It was found that all the kids were now in school. So all this O, this category O, they are now a part of a school. They are either a part of a government or they are a part of a private school. Of the kids who were not in schools earlier. Okay. Of the kids who were not in school earlier, in one region, 25% were in G now. Okay. So in one region, 25% of them were in G now, whereas the rest were enrolled in P. In the second region, all such kids were in G now, while in the third region, 50% of the such kids had joined G and the rest had joined P. As a result, in all the three regions put together, 50% of the kids who were earlier out of the school had joined G. Okay, 1500 of kids. Now, total, if you look at here, total is nothing but that is 2400 kids. Okay. And last statement says, as a result, in all the regions put together, that means 2400. 50 kids who were out of the school had joined G. So we know that out of 2400, okay, 12 of them had joined G. Okay, so it means them had joined P. Okay, that is, they have joined P. Now there are three reasons. That is northeast, then the west and south. It also says that in one of the region, okay, in one region 25% were in G. Okay, and 75% were in private. In one region, second region, all such kids were in G. 100% went to G and 0% went to P. This is for P and this is for G. Okay. While in one of the region, 50% joined G and 50% had joined P. And because of this, the total is equal to 1200 and this is equal to nothing but this is also equal to 1200. So for in category P, for one of them, I need to take 75%, in one region 0 and in one region 50%. And the sum total, it must be equal to 1200. So that we need to see. Okay. What is the total number of students here? In one of the region, northeast region, it is 600. Here it is 300 and this is 300. Okay. That is equal to 300. So 75% and for one category, I need to take 50%. So kiska 50% lo, kiska 75% lo, and for one of them, I need to take a 0. So such that here. Now we need here 1200. So if I need the values of this to be 1200, how can I get 1200? And here also just look at here. This is 100%. So is it possible that for the west region all 100% joined G? Please tell me, all of you. Is it possible that for here, if there are 1500 students in the west, is it possible all 100% joined G? No, because the person joined G 1200. So all 50% they can't join, all 100% join. So what it means? Either 25% of them had joined out of 1500, either 25% of them had joined G, or 15% of them had joined G. That part here, Ayush, Damini, Sai, and everyone. Okay. So 1500, all 100% joined G, because in that case, 1200 is here, but it will become 1500. So I say, let's say there are two possibilities, either 25% or 50%. If I say, let's say 50% of them had joined G. So what are 50% of 1500? 15% of 1500, that is equal to 750. Okay. So here it is equal to 750. Not here, but this is 50%. So 750 here and 750 here. Okay. Now, in 750, what value added to get 1200? Tell me. 750, what value should I add to get 1200? 750, 800, and that is equal to 450. So, 75%, what is the 75% of 600? Is 450, please tell me. Is the 75% of 600 450? Yes. So, I think this will be equal to 450. And here if I take 0%, so 450 plus 750 can give me 1200. So, what is happening here? I can say, when it comes to the northeast region, 75% of them will be a part of P and 25% of them will be a part of G. So 75% is equal to 450 and 25% it will be equal to nothing, but that is 150. In west region, okay, in the west region, I'll say 50%, 750. So this is 50%, will join private school, that is 750. And 50% of them join nothing but that is government school, which is equal to 750. And in the south region, the total is equal to 300. And all 300, that is 100% of all 300 will join government school and 2% will join the private. So this is 450 plus 750 is equal to 100 and this is 1200. So this is how the students are going to be distributed. Is that part clear to all of you? That's a unique combination. Now the question is, what number of the surveyed kids were in G in W? G in W. So G in W, I'll say this is equal to 50 to 500 G in W. And plus this 750. Let me highlight. This 750 plus 5250. So 5250 plus 750, that will come out to be option A, which is equal to 6000. So any doubts to anyone now in this question? So even question numbers 5 and 6 were easy, but still 7 is not a very straightforward. But any doubts? Can I move to the next question? Question number 8, please tell me, all of you. Ayush, Sushant, Damini, Sai, everyone? Okay. Now, let's move to the next question. Question number 8. Now it is said, in a follow-up survey of the same kids 2 years later, it was found that all the kids were now in school. Of the kids who were not in school earlier, in one region, 25% now. I think the data is same. Okay. Okay. The question is, what percentage of the surveyed in S? What percentage of the surveyed kid in S, that we are talking about S, whose mother has had dropped out before completing primary education were in G now? Okay, so S, if I go back to the previous slide here in S. So in the south region, okay, all these 300, it is a part of government school. All this 300 is a part of a government school. Okay, so all this is part of a government school. So I can say this value, it has become 900 plus 3. Okay. So the question says, what percentage of the surveyed kids in S, whose mothers have dropped out before completing were in G now? So 900 plus 300, that will be comes out to be equal to how much? That is 1200. Okay, na? 1200. Yeah, Zayega. So the question is, what percentage of the surveyed kid in S, whose mothers had dropped out, whose mothers have, okay, sorry, this is completed. No. This is plus 300. This is here. So that is 5100. That's what I need to calculate upon total in G. It is equal to how much? That is 6300. That is nothing but I can say that will become now 6300 because this value also increases. So the answer will become 94%, which is option number A. So the correct answer for this is option A. Tell me if there is any doubts to anyone now. Santosh, Damini, Ayush, no. So can I move to the next slide? Okay. So 5, 6, 7, 8 is done. Let's move ahead. Question number 9 to 12. A very interesting set based on the set theory. So let's see here. It says, applicants for the doctoral programs of Ambi Institute of Engineering, that is AIE, and Bambi Institute of Engineering, that is BIE, have to appear for a common entrance test, that is CET. The test has 3 sections, that is physics, chemistry, and maths. Okay, the test has 3 sections, physics, chemistry, and math. Among those appearing for CET, those at or above the 80th percentile. It says those at or above the 80th percentile in the at 2 seconds. So in a minimum of 2 seconds, who have got more than 80 percentile and at or above the 90th percentile are selected for the AET conducted by AI. Okay. So all those people who have appeared in the CET, anyone who has got a more than 80 percentile, more than or equal to 80 percentile in minimum of 2 sections. And overall, if that person is getting 90 percentile, then that person will be selected for another entrance test. That is known as Advanced Entrance Test, AET. And AET is used by AIE for the final selection. What are the conditions? Let's see here. For the 200 candidates who were at or above the 90th percentile. So there is a total of 200 candidates who are at above the 90th percentile. Overall 90th percentile. Overall, based on CET, the following are known about their performance. No one is below 80th percentile in all sections. So out of these 200 candidates, all of them has got more than 80 percentile. Okay, all of them has got more than 80 percentile. 150 of them are at above the 80th percentile. So moving to the next slide, if I say these are the 3 sets. Okay, let's say the first set is for physics. Second set is for chemistry. And this is for the maths. And this data actually represents the number of students who have got more than 80 percentile. Okay, because it says for a 200 candidates, no one is, point number 1, no one is below the 80th percentile. So every student has got here. So the union of this total must be equal to 1. So there are 200 students who have got more than 80 percentile in all the 3 sections. Okay. Now 150 of them are at or above the 18th percentile in exactly 2. So it says exactly 2. Exactly 2, it is equal to nothing but that is equal to 150. Okay. So if I say, let's say this is equal to value, this value is equal to A, this is equal to B, and this is equal to C. So that is exactly 2. So I can say A plus B plus C, this is equal to 50. Okay. That we already know. That is equal to 150. Okay. This is the value of exactly 2. Okay. Exactly 2. Alright. Now, move to the next point here. The number of candidates, third point, the number of candidates at or above 80th percentile only in P, okay, only in P is same as the number of candidates at or above 80th percentile only in C. The same is the number of candidates at or above the 18th percentile only in MED. So only P, only C, and only M, all these 3 values are equal. So I can say, let's say this is equal to D, this is equal to D, and this is equal to D, and this is equal to E. Okay. So what is the total value? The total, it is equal to how much? I can say if I add all the 7 areas. Okay. If I add all the 7 areas, what is this total 7 areas? It will be, comes out to be, it will be equal to nothing, but I can say that is equal to A plus E plus C plus E. And that is equal to, any doubts to anyone till this extent? Please tell me now. No. All right. Okay. And on the basis of these 2 equations, we can also say, if I take a difference of these 2 equations, so I can say 3 is equal to 200 minus 1 to 50. Okay. This is exactly 2. This is equal to exactly 1 plus exactly 3. And here, this value, if I take a difference, then this 50 represents nothing but that is equal to exactly 1 plus exactly 3. Now, let's move to the previous slide. The number of candidates below 80th percentile in P is 2. Ratio of number of candidates below 80th percentile in P to the number of candidates below 80th percentile in C to the number of candidates below 80th percentile in M is 4:2:1. Okay. So P. So if I move to the next slide, in P, what is the total value? Okay. To P, the total value for the P to the C to this, I need to calculate here. Okay. So it says the number of candidates below 80th percentile in P. Now, focus on this line, that is below 80th percentile. So the Venn diagram which I have drawn, that is for what? More than 80th percentile. So below 80th percentile in P. So below 80th percentile in physics. So can we say that is going to be equal to 2D plus C? Please tell me yes or no. Total minus physics, because physics represents what? PHY represents the number of students who have got at least 80 percentile. So for below 80 percentile means anything which is outside the circle of physics, that is below 80 percentile. So below 80 percentile, that is 2D plus C. So below 80 percentile, that is equal to 2D plus C. Similarly in chemistry, below 80 percentile, anything which is outside chemistry, that is equal to 2D plus E. Alright. And is to 2D plus B. And they are in the ratio 4:1. Is that part clear to all of you? Please respond yes or no. Everyone? Damini, Santosh, Ayush, can you all hear me? Yes. So let's say this value, I'll say this value, it is equal to 4K. This is equal to 2K. And this is equal to K because the ratio is 4:2:1. So if I add all of them, that will be, comes out to be equal to what? Just add all these three. If I add these three, that will be equal to nothing but that is 6D plus A plus B plus C. And that is equal to 7. And we know A plus B plus C is equal to nothing but that is equal to 150. Okay. So 6D, and we know that A plus B plus C, it is equal to 150. So I can say that is equal to 60 plus 150 is equal to 7. Alright. And we need to find out what are the integral solutions for this equation. Okay, we need to find out what are the integral solutions for this equation. Okay. Now remember, it has to be a multiple of right hand side is a multiple of 7. So left hand side should be also a multiple of 7. Yes or no? So what should be the value of D such that it will be a multiple of 7? So now tell me, if I divide 150 by 7, what is the remainder? 150 by 7, the remainder is 3. Or you can start substituting the values here directly. Let's say if I say for what value of D, the value will be a multiple of 7. So put D equal to 1. So 150, is 150 a multiple of 7? No. Put D equal to 2. So at D equal to 2, 150 plus 12, that is 162. Is 162 divided by 7? 7 2s are 14. No. Put D equal to 3. So if I put D equal to 3, alright, so I'll get 6 into 3, 18. And 18 plus 150, that is equal to 168. 168 by 7. I'll get 14 and 7 4s are 28. Okay, so that is satisfying. Yes or no? So that is satisfying. So the value of D, it is equal to nothing but that is equal to 3. Any doubts to anyone now? Please respond all of you. So value of D is equal to 3, and in that case, so 6 into 3, 180 plus 150. What is the next value of D? We know that the value of D, it will change at a gap of 7. Yes or no? We know that if there is any equation in the form of x plus by is equal to k, so value of x will always change at a step of D. So the first smallest value of D, it is equal to 3. So the next value of D is at a step of 7. So next value of D is equal to nothing but 3 plus 7, 10. So 10 into 6, 60 plus 150. Okay, here. Now any other possible values of this? Please tell me now, all of you. Also remember one more thing, there is one more equation, the third equation, which says 3D plus E, it is equal to 50. Okay. We also know that the value of 3D plus E is equal to 50. So if D is equal to 3, in that case, what is the value of E? 50 minus 9. And what is 50 minus 9? That is equal to 41. Okay. Next value, when I put D is equal to 3. So 3 into 10 is 30. And what is the value of E in that case? That is equal to 20. Yes or no? In that case, E is equal to 20. Now, next value of D, like 3 plus 7, 10. 10 plus 7, 17. But if I take 17, so 17 into 3, 51, E will be minus 1, which is not possible. It means there are only two possibilities, that D is equal to 3 and E is equal to 41, and D equal to 10 and E is equal to 20. Tell me if there is any doubts to anyone now. Damini, Ayush, Sai, any doubts to anyone, guys? Please respond. No. All right. Santosh. Okay. So this is the only two possibilities. So the middle value E can be either 41 or 20. So I can say, let's move to the next slide. And I can say the value of E, the middle value, it is equal to either 41 or this value, the middle value, it can be equal to 20. So there are two possibilities, either it is equal to 41 or 20. In the first case, D is equal to 10. Now D is only physics, only chemistry or only maths. So D in the first case it is 3, in the second case it is equal to 10. So D is equal to 3, so I can say this is 3, 3 and 3. Okay, this is equal to 10, 10 and then this is equal to 10. Okay, that is equal to 10. This is what? Physics. This is chemistry and this is mathematics. This is physics. I can say chemistry and this is mathematics. Okay, these are the two possibilities here. Now, we can also find out the values of A, B and C from the previous one. Let's see here how we can find out the values of A, B, C. Okay. Now tell me, in both the cases we have already calculated here. They are in the ratio 4:2:1. In the first case, when D is equal to 3, what we have got? K equal to 24. Yes or no? यही आया था? K is equal to 24. So now, this value, we can say it is equal to 24. Or in the second case, when D is equal to 10, what is the K? Can anyone tell me? If D is equal to 10, then 6 into 10 is 60. 150 plus 60 is 210. So K is equal to 210 by 7. That is equal to 30. So there are two possible values of K, 24 and 30. So from here, I can say that is 2D plus B. It is equal to nothing but that is equal to K, which is 24 or 30. And D is either equal to 3 or this. So what are the values of B? Okay, when D is equal to 3, or let me write down here the values of B. When D is equal to 3, the value of B, it will come out to be how much? When D is equal to 3, so 2 into 3, 6. 6 plus B is equal to 24. So 6 plus B is equal to 24. So what is the value of B now? Tell me all of you. 2 into 3, it is 6 and 6 plus B is equal to 24. So B is equal to nothing but that is equal to 80. Any doubts to anyone? No. All right, great. So we'll get that B is equal to nothing but that is equal to 18. All right. Similarly, we can find out all the values. So in this case, B is equal to 18. So when D is equal to 3, okay, B is equal to nothing but that is equal to 18. Now B is equal to 18. Similarly, we can find out what is the value of A and C also. A and C. Now 2D plus E is equal to A. K is equal to 20. D is equal to 3. So 6 plus A is equal to 48. So 6 plus A is equal to 48. So A will be equal to how much? That is 42. So in the first case, A is equal to 42. All right. So B is equal to 18 and A is equal to 42. Now in this case, 2D plus C is equal to 4K. Now if 2D plus C is equal to 4K, so what does it mean? I can say 2D plus C is equal to 4K. D is equal to 3. So 6 into 3, 18 plus C is equal to 24 into 4. So 18 plus C, it is equal to 24 into 4. Okay. Or we can also say that A plus B plus C is equal to 150. We know A is equal to 42, B is equal to 18. So A plus B is equal to 60. Okay, 42 plus 18, that is equal to 60. So if A plus B is equal to 60, so C must be equal to 90. So in the first case, C is equal to 90, A is equal to 42, B equal to 80. So when D is equal to 3, okay, when D is equal to 3, I can write down the value of A was 18 here. B is equal to 42 and this is equal to 9, ABC. Any doubts to anyone now? Please respond. Am I audible to all of you? Okay. I think maybe I've written A I have taken. Okay, just a minute. So A, B, C in this order now 42, 18 and 19. Yes, I have written it correctly. Now, similarly with respect to the second case. Now, with respect to the second case here, just a minute. Yes. So in the second case, D is equal to 10 and K is equal to 30. So you can say D is equal to 10. So 2 into D, that is 2 into D, that is 20. So 20 plus B is equal to 30. So I have got B equal to 10. Similarly here, 2D plus A. So 20 plus A. Alright, 20 plus A, 2D, that is 2 into 10, that is 20. So 20 plus A is equal to 60. So 20 plus A is equal to 60. So A is equal to nothing but that is equal to 40. So A is equal to 40, B is equal to 10, 40 plus 10 is equal to 50, and A plus B plus C is equal to 150, so which means C is equal to 100. So I can say the value of C is equal to 100. So let me write down A is equal to here. We have calculated A 40, B 20, B 10 and C 100. So 40, 10 and 100. So substitute 40, 10 and 100. So I hope that this set is clear now. Any doubts to anyone? Ayush, Damini, everyone? Now let's go back here. So we have solved this. Now, few more conditions were given, which we'll see. So this is the process of selection for AI. ठीक है ना? Advanced test is used by AI. So ये हो गया. So BI uses a different process. If any candidate is appearing in the AET by AI, BI consider their AET score for final selection, provided the candidate is at or above the 80th percentile in physics, and any other candidates at or above the 80th percentile in P in CET, but who is not eligible for AET is required to appear in a separate test to be conducted by B. Altogether, there are 400 candidates this year who are at above the 80th percentile in P. So there were 400 candidates who have got more than 80 percentile in the physics. But here in this diagram, who have written the AET, who have written the AET, you can see this is the only 80 percentile. Okay. So depending on the question, we'll use data. Total 800 students have got a more than 80 percentile. But here, these people have written the 80 test. So these are the only people who are in the 80 test out of those 400. Now, let's come to the first question. Just a minute. So, am I audible to all of you? Okay. Okay. We will start with the discussion of the set one by one. All right, guys. Now, question number 9. 9 says, what best can be concluded about the number of candidates sitting for the separate test for BIE, who are writing the separate test for BIE, okay, who are at or above the 90th percentile in the CET. What best can be calculated about, okay, the question says, what best can be calculated about the number of candidates sitting for the separate test for BIE who are at or above the 90th percentile overall in CET. Okay, so separate test for this one. So can anyone tell me now the answer for this? The entire thing is in front of you. क्या होगा? आयुष, दामिनी, संतोष? I have already done this thing here. What is the condition for a separate test for BIE? Go back and just see here. Okay. BIE uses a different process for selection. If any candidate is appearing in the AET by AI, BIE consider their AT score for final selection provided the candidate is or at or above 80th percentile in P. Okay, 80th percentile in P. Any other candidate at or above the 80th percentile in PCT, but who is not eligible for EET is required. Now, okay, just a minute, guys. Just give me 1 minute, all of you. Okay, am I audible? So okay. So it says BI uses a different. If any candidate is appearing in the AET by AIE. Is the recording happening? Please tell me yes or no. हो रहा है? No. Yes, it is in progress. Okay, great. If it is in progress. I thought it's not in progress. So it says BI uses are different. If any candidate is appearing for the AIT, BIE consider their AIT score for final selection, provided the candidate is at or above the 80th percentile. Any other candidate at or above the 80th percentile in CET but who is not eligible for AIT is required to appear in a separate test to be considered by BE for being considered for the final selection. Altogether, there are 400 candidates this year who are at or above the 80th percentile in P. There are 400 candidates who are above the 80th percentile in P. Okay. Now the question says, what best can be concluded about the number of candidates sitting for the separate test for BIE who are at above the 90th percentile overall in CET? So if you look at here, these 3 students in only physics, these 10 students, they have got in only physics. So in only physics, they have got what? 80 percentile. But they have also got overall 90 percentile. So that's why the answer is option number A, which is equal to 3 or 10. It says, what best can be concluded about the number of candidates sitting for the separate test for BI? Okay. So separate test for BI. So you can say there are 3 and 10. These are the students who have got more than 80 percentile in only physics. And overall, they have got 90%. For now, can I move to the next slide? Okay. Now it says, if the number of candidates who are at or above the 90th percentile overall and also at or above the 80th percentile in all the three sections is a multiple of 5. So it means second case. These are the 20 which is a multiple of 5. So I need to consider the second case. What is the number of candidates who are at or above the 90th percentile overall and at or above the 80th percentile in both P and M? So 80th percentile in both P and M. So it is nothing but that is equal to 40 plus 20. Okay, so 40 plus 20, the answer will be equal to 60, P and M. Is that clear? Can I move to the next slide? Please respond, all of you. All right. Let's move to the next set then. Question number 11. If the number of candidates who are at or above the 90th percentile overall and also at or above the 80th percentile in all the three sections is a multiple of 5. So it means again I need to consider the second case, multiple of 5, all three, that is 20. Then how many candidates were shortlisted for the AET for AIE? So I need to find out what is the total of this here. Okay, total of this. So what is this total of this comes out to be? Please tell me here. That is equal to 170. Okay, na? That is 40 plus 100 plus 20 plus 10. So that is equal to 100. So the answer is 170. Is that clear? Any doubt? Anyone who have cleared the sectional cutoff in at least 2 sections, that was the criteria. Na? So at least 2 plus means I need to find out exactly 2 plus exactly 3, which is 170. 12. It says if the number of candidates who are at or above the 90th percentile overall and are at or above the 80th percentile in P in CET is more than 100. Okay. So you need to see more than 100. So in this second case, 40 plus 20, it is equal to 60 plus 10, 70 plus 10, 80. So it is not more than 100. So it means I do not need to consider this case. I need to consider the first case. It is 42 plus 41 plus 18 plus 3. It will come out to be more than this one. So how many candidates had to sit for a separate test for the PIE? Separate test for the PIE. So can you guys tell me what is this total value? Now anyone who has, for total number of candidates who have written, who have got more than 80 percentile in physics is equal to actually 400. Remember, 400. So out of this 400, you can see these people, plus 18. They have already cleared the advanced, that is A. They are satisfying the criteria of AET, so these people do not need to write down the separate entrance exam. So minus 42 plus 41 plus 80. Just apply these two. So it will be comes out to be nothing but that is equal to 299. So correct answer will be option A, which is 299. So now tell me if there is any doubts to anyone in this set. Is that clear to all of you? Ayush, Damni, Santosh, Jatin, and everyone. So can we move to the set 4? Yes, it was a tough question, no doubt. Language is also very, very tricky, isn't it, Damni? Because of the tricky language, it is tough. So can we move to the next set, guys? Okay, so let's start with the 4th set here. Okay, guys, so let's start with this 4th set, and this is one of the difficult set in this SCAT. Okay, in this paper, it's a simple happiness index. Okay, simple happiness index of a country is computed on the basis of 3 parameters, that is social support, freedom, and corruption. Each of these three parameters is measured on a scale of 0 to 8, integers only. A country is then categorized based on the total score obtained by summing the score of all the three parameters as shown in the following table. Okay. Now let's start here. So these are the parameters. So the green one says SFC. So green is here 3. So this is a frequency on the left frequency. So it means there are 3 countries or there are 3 person, I can say, who has got a score of 3. So the number 3, it has been repeated thrice. So I can say when I'm talking about the S, parameter S. So parameter S, 3 of the countries has got S and S. So 3 of the countries has got 3. Now 3 countries has got a score of 4. So 3 countries has got a score of 4. 2 countries has got a score of 5. So 5. 1 country has got a score of 6. So 6. And then I think 1 country has got a score of 7. So that will be equal to 7. And so on. Is that part clear to all of you? Please respond. Yes or no? Yeah. Just a minute. Okay. Am I audible to all of you now? Please respond. Okay. So just see on. Okay. So it says SHI of a country is computed on the basis of 3 parameters, that is social parameters, freedom to life choices and corruption. Each of these parameters is measured on a scale of 0 to 8, integers only. A country is then categorized based on the total score obtained by summing the score of all the 3 parameters as shown in the below. Now following diagram depicts the frequency distribution of the scores in S, F and C of the 10 countries. And what are those 10 countries? A, B, C, D, E, V, W, X, Y, Z. So these are the 10 countries. Okay. So when I'm talking about the parameter S, so in parameter S, if I look at the bar graph, this is frequency and this is the score. So a score of 3. There are 3 countries which has received a score of 3. So I can say the number 3 countries have got a score of 3. Similarly, we can say that there are 3 countries which have got a score of 4. So 3 countries have got a score of 4. And 2 have got a score of 5. So 3 countries have got 5. 1 country has got 6. 3 has got 7. 6 and 7. These 10 countries, when I'm talking about the score in the category S, so 3 countries have got 3 score, 3 has got a score of 4, 2 countries have got a score of 5, 1 country has got a score of 6, 1 country has got a score of 7, and total of 10 countries. So I'm going to write down this on the next slide. So when I'm talking about the parameter S, as we have seen, 3 countries have got a score of 3. 3 countries has got a score of 4. And 2 countries have got a score of 5, and 1 country has got a score of 6, and 1 country has got a score of 7. Similarly, we are talking about the category F. So, a score of 1, 2 countries has got a score of 1. Okay, 1 country has got a score of 2. So, 2, when I am talking about F, 2 country has got 1. Okay, a score of 3 is received by 2 countries. Okay, let's terminate. A score of 1 by 2 countries, a score of 2 by 1 country, a score of 3 by 2 countries, and a score of 4 by 1 countries. Take a look at the blue graph, a score of 5 by 3 countries, and a score of 7 by 1 countries. And a total. So this is a total points distribution in the category F. So I can write down here for F. So for F, it is equal to 1, 1, 2. Okay. 3, 3, 4, 5, 5, 5, and 7. Similarly, we can write down for the corruption also on the basis of the bar graph. Okay, orange one. So 1 country has got a score of 1, 3 countries has got a score of 2. So I can say 1 country has got a score of 1 and 3 countries has got a score of, okay. Now, similarly, 4 countries has got 3 and 1 country has got 4. So 4 country has got 3. So I can write down 4 countries has got 3 and 1 country has got 4. And last one country has got a score of 6. So 1 country has got a score of 6. So this is the distribution for the 10 countries. But which country has got a which score in the categories, we have no idea. Now it is followed by 3 different statements. First statement, it says Amanda and Calls jointly have the lowest total score of 7. Okay. So we know out of these 10 countries, what are the name of the countries? So if I'm talking about the name of the countries, so there are 2 countries, A and C. What is the score of A? A's score is also 7 and C's score is also 7. For this country, there is a 7. Okay. With identical score in all the 3 parameters. Okay? With identical score in all the 3 parameters. So in all the 3 parameters, S, F and C, their scores are identical. That is also important. So let me move to the right next slide. So when I'm talking about the name of the countries, so let me write down the name of the countries. Okay. That is countries. And there are 3 categories, S, F and C. And then, okay. So the countries E and C, their total score is 7. Okay, their total score is 7. And also one more important thing, it is given that in all the 3 parameters, they are getting the same score. For example, country A get a score of 1 in S, so country C will also get a score of 1, like that. So that is also same here for countries A and C. So let's see how many possibilities are there for this. So in how many ways I can get a score of 7? Can anyone tell me? What are the possibilities to get a sum of 3 numbers as 7? Anyone? Sum of 3 numbers are no. 4 to 1. But is it necessary that all the 3 numbers are different? Again tell me. Is it necessary that all the 3 numbers are different? Damini? No. Nothing has been given with respect to that. It simply says that A and C jointly have the lowest total score of 7 with identical score in all the 3 parameters. So I'll go one by one. So if I'm talking about the 7, the score 7, okay. I say 1 is 2 and 3 is 7, or I can say 1 plus 6. So 1 plus 2 plus 4, or 1 plus. If the smallest sum is equal to 2, then 2 plus 5 is equal to 7. So I can say 2 plus 2, 4 and 4 is 7. Okay. So these are the 4 different possibilities to get a sum of 7. Okay. So to get a sum of 7. Now, if I take the first case, that is 115. Okay, 115. So just tell me one thing. Is it possible to get a score of 115? Okay. Is it possible that 115? Now, remember, in the C, when I'm talking, if I'm talking about C, so in the C, 5 is not possible. That you can see. Okay. In the C, the 5 is not possible. So if the 2 countries are getting 5, the only possibility is either F or S. Okay. Either S or F. But I don't think that case is possible. Just here, if I'm talking about 115. So 115. Okay. Yes. In S1 is not available. That's right. In S1 is not available. So in S1 is not available. So only possibility is that in S both the countries got a 5 is perfect, because in S1 and 1 is not available. Now, in the remaining 2, F also both the countries should get 1, and in C also both the countries should get 1. But is that possible? In C only one single 1 is available. Just see here. In F there are 2 ones are available. But C is only one. Only one of the countries that get 1. 2 countries getting 1. That's not possible. That's the reason I can eliminate 115 cases. This is not possible. Any doubts to anyone now? So 115 is not possible. Now, similarly, if I'm talking about the last case, that is 2, 2 and 3. Okay. So in 2 categories, it is getting 2. So now remember, in C, 2 2s are available. In C, 2 2s are available. But whether in F or S, 2 2s are available, just check whether in F 2 2s are available. In 2 of the category, both the countries are getting 2. So let's say C can be 1 category, both them can be 2. But in F, 2 twos are not available. In S, so 2 are not available. This case will be also ruled out. The 223 is also not possible. So 115 I am deleting, as well as 223 is also I am deleting. These two cases are not possible. Any doubts to anyone now? No. All right. So these two cases I have ruled out, 11F and this one here. Now, let's talk about then 124 and 133. I think both are possible. How both are possible? If I'm talking about, let's say the first case, that is 1, 2 and 4. Now, 4, so if I'm talking about 4, is it possible to get a 4 in F? No. 2 4s are not available in F. Even 2 4s are not available in C. So 2 4s are available only in S. So if 2 4s are available only in S, so it means, what can I say? So if 2 4s are available only in S, so I can say 2 4s are available only in S. So write down here 4 and 4. That is the case here. Now we need 2 1s also. So 2 1 is available only in F. So 1 and 1. And in C, 2, 2 and 2. Is that possible? Just look at here all the points. Okay. Whether we have got 2F in S, yes, we have got 2F in S. Okay. Whether we have got 2 1 in F, yes, 2 1 in F are available. And whether we have got 2 2s in C, yes, 2 2s are C. So that is one of the possibility. Any doubts to anyone now? Please respond. Now, let's check the case of 1 3 and 3 also. Okay, let's check the case of 1 3 and 3 also. Let's see if that is a possibility or not. Okay. So again, I'm talking about country A and C. 1 3 and 3. Okay. So we need 2 1s. So the 2 1s is available only in F. So in F, I can say there are 2 1s. Yes or no? And 2 3s are available in S and 2 3s are available in C. Now check whether this is the possibilities. Is that possible? Let me see. Okay. Let me take a laser pointer and highlight. 2 3s. Yes, 2 3s are available in S and 2 C's are also available in S. So in that case also, the 7 and 7 is possible. So in that case, if I'm talking about country A and C, so for country A and C, there are 2 different possibilities are there. Any doubts to anyone now? Please tell me. Is that clear? No. All right, great. So we have identifies for this. So let me write down here on that. I'm preparing a neat table. Okay. So when I'm talking about the countries A and C, country A, country C, just a minute. So this is equal to S and then just a minute, guys. Okay. So I'm talking about country A and country C. Score in S, score in F, score in C, and then the total score. So there are 2 possibilities, that is 4, 1 and 2. Okay. I'm writing down simply A and C. So this is for A, this is for C also 4, 1, 2. And the second possibilities here is for A and C, that is equal to 3, 1, 3 and 3, 1, 3. In both the cases, the total is definitely equal to 7. So I hope that this part is clear to all of you. So can I move to the second point? But I think on the basis of this, we can solve at least one question. Yes or no? On the basis of this, we can solve the first question of this set. That, what was that question? Let me see. The first, what is the AMDA's score in F? So I need to find out the score of A in F. In both the cases, whether I consider the first case or second case, in both the cases, the score of A is nothing but that is equal to 1. So we have got a fixed information that the answer for this question number 13 is equal to 1. Any doubts to anyone now? Please respond. No. All right. Let's move to question number 14. What is Juma's score in S? Okay. And Benga and Delma and Begas. Okay, so Juma's score in S. So Juma's, we'll see. Now, it says Juma has a total score of 17. Okay, so let me write down Juma's has a total score of 17. So now we know that Juma's, when I'm talking about the country Z, okay, So when we are talking about the country Z, it has got a total score of 17. So that is equal to total score of 17. Now, in how many ways one can get a total score of 17? 17 is a large number. So can you tell me what are the possibilities? I can say, let's say that is 7 plus 7, 14 plus 3. That is equal to 17. As none of them has got a more than 7. In any of the category, no one has got more than 7. So I think one of the possibilities is 7 plus 7. Yeah. Now 7 plus 10 is 17. Now 7 plus 10, so I can get 7 plus 6 plus 4. That is also equal to 17. I can say 7 plus 5 plus 5. That is also equal to 17. And then if I say largest number is equal to 6, 6 plus 11. So that is plus 6 plus 5. So there are 4 possible ways to get a score of 17. Is that part clear to all of you? Yes? Alright. Now, let me go back here. So Juma has a score of 17. So Juma belongs to which country? Anyone which has got a score of 17. So it means Juma is a part of happy country. Okay. Now also says all the 3 countries which are categorized as happy. So it means we know that there are 3 countries which are categorized as happy, which means for 3 countries a score lying between the 14 to 19. Okay. 14 to 19 for 3 of the countries here. All the 3 countries which are categorized as happy have the highest score in exactly one parameter. So they have got the highest score in one parameter here. So all the 3 countries has got. So we know in S the highest score, it is equal to 7. Okay. For C the highest score is equal to 6. Here F is equal to 7. And here also it is equal to 7. So in the 3 categories there, and all these 3 countries, one of the country is equal to Z. So we know that one of the country it is equal to Z, another country I am taking it as alpha and another country as beta. Okay. And there are 3, S, F and C. Okay. So S, F and C, that is the key. And going back to the phrase, it says all the 3 countries which are categorized as happy have the highest score in exactly one parameter. Okay. They have highest score in exactly one parameter. So one of the countries will get a highest score in S, one of the countries will get a highest score in F, and one of the countries will get a highest score in C. That is equal to 6. Alright. So I hope that this part is clear to all of you. Now, if I say, for what are the possibility for Z? For Z, the highest score of Z, it can be either equal to 7 or 6. Let's say Z has got a highest score of 7 in S. Okay. Z can get a highest score of 7 in S, for example. Okay. Now, Z has got a highest score of S in 7. Now, in any case, just tell me one thing. We also know that the score of alpha and beta, they should be lying in the range, what, 14 to 19. That is also very, very important. So if Z has got a score of 7 in S, so one of the countries will get a score of 7 in F and the another country will get a score of 6 in C. Each of the country has got a one highest score. Is that part clear to all of you till this step? If I say Z is getting a highest score of 7 in S, so alpha, the another country will get a highest score of F, 7 in F, and one of the country will get a 6. Alpha, beta can be any countries. Now, so in that case here, if Z is getting a score of 7 in S, so what are the possible score of F and C? So it can be either 7 plus 3 or 6 plus 4 or 5 plus 5. So is 7 plus 3 is possible here for Z? No, because remember, if I'm talking about here S, so here it goes to Z, it goes to alpha, and this goes to beta. So in F, I need one more 7, or in C, I need one more 7, but one extra 7 is not available. So that is definitely 7 plus 3 is not possible in this case here. Okay. So 7 plus 3 is not possible in this particular case. I hope that it is clear to all of you. Now, so 6 plus 4, is it possible to get a score of 6 for Z? Tell me, in F or C? In F or C, is it possible for Z to get a score of 6 now? Again, no. Why? Because if you observe here, 6 here is with beta. So it can't belong to Z. So 1, 6 is again not available. So that is 7, 6, 4. Now 5 and 5. But in C, 5 is not available. So 7 plus 5 is also not possible. And then since we have taken a score of Z, so these are the possibility. So whether this case is possible, can get a score of 7 in Z? Can Z get a score of 7 in S? Please tell me. No. So I'll rule out this case. So this case is not possible. 7, 7, 6. Now if I say, let's say Z get a 7 in F. Okay. Z get a 7 in F, alpha get a 7 in S, and beta get a 6 in C. So accordingly, we will see if this case is possible or not. Now, Z has got, this is belongs to Z here. So 7 plus 7 plus 3. Now, is this case possible? 7 plus 7 plus 3. Now tell me. Okay. Because in F it is, so 7 plus 3. Now, one more 7 is available, but no, remember, this 7 I'm saying it belongs to alpha and this 6 it belongs to beta. So if Z has got a score of 7, so I need one more 7, but one more 7 is not available. So that case is 7 plus 7 plus 3 is again not available in this case here. 6 plus 4, is it possible to get 6 plus 4? Yes. Z can get a score of 6 in S, just here. This 6 is still available. Okay. And here it can get a score of 4 in C. So 6, 7, 4, that is very much possible. Any doubts to anyone now? Please tell me yes or no. No. So this is possible, 6 and 4. But what about 5 and 5? Is it possible that can Z get 5 in S and 5 in C? No. Z can't get, because in C 5 is not available. So Z can't get 5 here C. The only possibility is that if Z is getting a score of 7 in F, then in S it is getting C, and in S it is getting 6, and here it is, in C it is getting 4. Any doubts now? Please tell me, all of you. Alright. So that is the one of the case here. Now other case, let me see if there is one more case is possible or not. Okay. Now again we are talking about SFC. Here the total sum is equal to 17. And then again I will say Z, alpha and beta. So if I consider the case of 7, now I will consider the last case, that is 6, 6 and 5 wala case. Okay. I'll consider the 6, 6 because starting with 7, we have considered there is only one possibility, 6, 6 and F. So 6, 6 and F. So 6, 6 and 5. So the only possibility is 6, 6 and 5 is that, let me write it down here. Okay. So 6, 6 and 5. So this is the 6, this is the 6 and this is the 5. But we know one of the countries is getting highest. So in C, now remember, Z is not getting a highest in S, highest in F. So it means in C it should get 6. So in C it should get 6, which is the highest. And the remaining two countries, alpha and beta, it will get 7 and 7. Okay. That is the possibilities here. And now what about this? 6, 6 and 5. In S also it will get 6. In F it will get 5. So 6, 5, 6. This is another combination possible for Z. Now tell me if there is any doubts to anyone. So for a score of 17, these are the two different possible ways. And remember, 3 countries are getting a score in this range. So we have got these two possibilities. So coming to question number 14, which says what is Juma's score in S? So Juma's score in S, if you look at here, in both the cases, the score of Juma's in S is 6. Okay, 6. So I can say the answer for this 14th is 6. Any doubts to anyone now? Please respond, all of you. No. So can I move to the question number 15? Okay. Now let's move to the question number 15. It says Bengas and DILMAs are two countries categorized as happy, are tied with the same total score. So they are also happy. So we already know that Z is a happy. So along with Z, with the alpha and beta is nothing but, that is, I'll say, out of alpha and beta. One of them is, you can say Benga, one of them is DILMA. Okay, na? One of them is B. Benga and the other one is equal to Delma. Am I audible? Yes. All right. Okay. So we know there is a one country Z, and for Z there are two different possibilities which we have seen. Or let me go back to the previous slide. So for Z, S, F and C. So when I'm talking about S, F and C. So there is a S, there is a F, and then there is a C. And there are two possibilities here. That is S, F and C. Now there is a Z, and one of them is Benga and one of them is Delma. So for Z, there were two possibilities. So let me write down 6, 7, 4. So that is 6, 7 and 4. Okay. So 6, 7, 4. And the other possibilities for Z that we have seen 6, 5, 6. That is 6, 5 and 6. And Z score in both the cases, it is equal to 70. Now for other Benga and Delma, in the case of 6, 7, 4, 7 and 6. So one of them will get 7 here and 6 here. Okay. And going back here, previous slide, this is again 7 and 7. This is 7 and 7. Alright? Yes. So this is 7 and 7. And we need to identify the remaining two scores. What are the possibilities here? And it also says that Benga and Delma, two countries are categorized as happy, are tied with the same total score. What is the maximum score they can have? So their total score is definitely a same in both the cases. Okay. And what is the maximum score they have? And we know for happy category, the total score will always lies in the range that is 14 to 19. Okay, 14 to 19, that should be the total score. Okay. So now, what are the possible scores that we need to check here? Okay. So let me go back here and we'll do it from here only because it will be easy for us to write down all the cases as all the values are here. Okay. Now let's take the first case here. Okay. So we know this and this total, they are equal. So they are equal. Hona chahiye. Let's take the case of 7, 6 and 4. And can we identify anything where 6, 7, 4? In this case, is it possible? Now 7. Okay. So let me write down a phrase. Okay. So remember one thing. I'm just writing here. So one of the 6 S here, this 6, it belongs to Z. This belongs to Z. And 4, this belongs to also Z. Okay. Now, I can highlight 6, 7 and 4. All the one which I have highlighted by blue in color, they belongs to Z. Now, if I'm talking about the alpha, okay, if I'm talking about the alpha. So for alpha is getting 7 in S. So what can be the maximum possible value for the alpha in the other two categories? Okay? In the other two categories, can I say it will be equal to either 5 and 3? इससे ज़्यादा हो सकता है क्या? Please tell me. 7, 5 and 3. 7 plus 5 is equal to 12. 12 plus 3 is 15. So let me write down this is equal to 5 and this is equal to 3. Maximum it can be 5 and 3 in the other two categories. Okay. So maximum of 5. So now if I'm talking about the beta. So beta, let me change the highlighter color. Okay. So for beta it is getting 6 in C. So in the other two categories, maximum it can get what? Now remember for alpha it is already 7 plus 5 plus 3 that is equal to 15. It can't be more than 15. So we'll say is that possible for beta to get a score of 15? So it is 6. 6 plus 5 I can say is equal to 11 and 11 plus 4 15. Yes, that is very much possible. So in the first case 15 is possible with this combination. Yes or no? That is 4, 5 and 6 and 7, 5, 3. Any doubts to anyone now? All of you please respond. So 15 is possible. Okay, that beta and delma, or Benga and Delma, whatever that their name is, Benga and Delma, both of them can get a score of 15 in the first case. Now let's come to the second case. If I consider the case of 6, 5 and 6. Any doubts? Ayush, Damini, Santosh, 15 is possible here. Okay. And just look at the option. Is there any option? Okay. One of the option is saying 16 and 6, 17 also. So we need to check the second case also. So let me check the second case also. Okay. So I'm going to erase this thing. All right. For I think I have one of the number. This was 6. So in the second case, if I'm looking at here, okay. First of all, for Z it is 656. So Z, that is, let me move out Z 656. So this is already ruled out for Z, getting a score of 70. Now, so let's talk about alpha. Alpha is getting a 7 in F. So maximum it can get a 4 in C and 5 in S. Yes or no? So 7 plus 5 plus 12, 4, that is equal to 16. So for alpha, maximum is 16 is possible. Let's talk about the beta also. So beta is getting 7 in S. Okay, so I'm going to highlight beta is getting 7 in S. All right. So beta is getting 7 in S. In the other two, beta can get now highest 7 plus 5 is 12, 12 plus 3, 15. So one of them can get 16, then the other will get a 15. Is it possible? Is it possible to get a same? No. So 16, if I say, okay, maximum possible value 16 is not possible, but 15 is a possibility. In both the cases, 15 can be equal. Even in the second case, I could have done like 5 plus 7 is 12 and 12 plus 3, 15. So maximum which can be same, even in both the cases, it is 15. So the correct answer for question number 15 is actually option number B, which is 15. Any doubts to anyone now? Please respond. Santosh, Ayush, Damini, clear hai? Alright, let's move to the next question. Now it says Benga scores 16 and Delma score 15. Then what is the maximum number of countries with a score? Okay, Benga scores 16 and Delma scores 15. So I think we have seen in the first category, maximum for both of them was 15 and 15. But here I have taken the case of 16 in the second case in the previous question. So 16 was possible for how? That was 5 plus 4. Yes. I can write down these values, which is already written. This is 5 plus 7 plus 4, which is equal to 16. Yes or no? 5 plus 4 is 9. 9 plus 7 is equal to 16. And for beta, 7, the one in the green color, 7 plus 5 plus 3, which is equal to 50. Okay. So that is there. So this is the case here. Now, so this is the case here. So the question says now, if Benga scores 16, Delma scores 15, what is the maximum number of countries with a score of 13? So what is the maximum number of countries with a score of 13? Now tell me one thing. So all those which I have highlighted here, they have been already used. So how many countries can get a maximum of 13? I think the answer can be 1. Why 1? Why not more than 1? I'm going to highlight this by, let's say, purple color. Maximum in the remaining is equal to 5, 5 and 3. So categories. In the category S, the maximum value is now left out is F. In the category F also, maximum value which is remaining is 5, and for C it is 3. So 5 plus 5 plus 3 is 13. I'm getting only one ways to get a sum of 13. Yes or no? For the remaining, then it will be 4 plus 4 plus 3. We'll never get a 13. So at the max, there can be only one countries who can get a score of 13. So the answer for this question number 16, that is option number B. 1 countries. Is it clear to all of you now? So it is not a very straightforward or difficult set. I'll rate it here. Can I move to the next question now, if this is clear to everyone? Okay, guys. So let's move to the next set. Now, this is a set which I'll say you need to spend around 5 to 10 minutes. But once you spend around 5 to 10 minutes now, all the questions are very, very easy. So let's see here. Okay. Set number 5. So I'll discuss how I have attempted this set when I was tried to solve it for the first time. Okay. It says there are a total of 21 employees working in a division, out of which 10 are special skilled and the remaining are RE, regular skilled. So 10 of them are special skilled and the remaining is 11. Okay. During the next 5 months, the division has to complete 5 projects every month. Out of the 25 projects, 5 projects are challenging, while the remaining 1 are standard. So total 25 projects. Every month they are doing 5 projects. So in the first 5 months, okay. So out of the 25 projects, 5 projects are challenging while the remaining. Each of the challenging projects has to be completed in different months. So like in the first month, there is only 1 project which is challenging and rest of them are standard. Similarly, in the second month, 1 of the project is challenging. So every month there is only 1 project is challenging. And each of the challenging project has to be completed in different months. Okay. Every month, 5 teams. So there are 5 teams, T1, T2, T3, T4 and T5. Work on 1 project each. So T1, T2, T3, T4 are allotted the challenging project in first, second, third, fourth and fifth. Okay. So T1 is getting the challenging in first month, T2 in the second month, T3 in the third month, T4 in the fourth month and so on here. Okay. In the first month, T1 has 1 more SC than T2. As 1 more SC than T3, 1 more SC than T4, as 1 more SC than T5. Okay. So if I'm talking about T1, it has got 1 more SC than T2. What is the total number of SC? Can anyone tell me? What is the total number of SC? Every month there are 10 SC? Yes or no? So if I'm talking about the T1, T1 has got X SC in the first month. And it says T1 has got 1 more SC than T2. So T2 has got how much SC? That is X minus 1. And T2 has got 1 more SC than T3. So T3 will get X minus 2. And T3 has 1 more than SC in T4. So T4 has got X minus 3 SC. And T4 has 1 more SC. So it has got X minus 4. So if I add all of them, okay, this value, it must be equal to nothing but that is equal to 10. So if I solve this here, yes, that's right. You'll get the value of X here. It will be equal to 4. So X is equal to 4. It means what? The only possibility is that is 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay. So the project T1, it has got 4 SE in the first. Okay. Project T1 has got 4 SE. T2 has got 3. T3 has got 2 and 1 and 0. Any doubts to anyone now? Please tell me yes or no. Alright, so let me write down here. Yeah. So I have prepared a table like this when I solved it for the first time. In the month 1, in SE it is 4, it is 3, it is 2 and then it is 1 and it is equal to 0. And the total number of SE it has to be equal to 10. So here it is equal to total number of SE is 10 and regular RE it has to be equal to 11 also. And we know that the month 1 T1 has got the challenging project. So month 1 T1 has got the challenging project also. Okay. Now, anything else in addition to this? Now point A and B, that is again important. Okay. Now, one more line, which I was just looking for this line, searching for one line. The team assigned the challenging project has 1 more employees than the rest. Okay. So the team assigned challenging project has 1 more employee than the rest. So the total number of employees is equal to 21. Okay, 21. So there are 5 projects. So I'll say it means what? The one of the team which has got a challenging project has 1 more employee than the rest. So rest of them has got same number of employees. So the only possibility here is that is equal to how much? I can say 5 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. Yes or no? Divide 21 by 5, so I'm getting 4 point something. So it means for 4 of the projects, the total number of employees is 444, and in the challenging project, the total number of employees who are working on the challenging project is equal to 5. And in the remaining are the standard projects. So in that case, there are 4%. Is that part clear to all of you? Ayush, Damini, Santosh, everyone? Okay. So 5. So we know that the challenging project in first month, the challenging project is T1. So RE is 1, 4 plus 1, 5. And in the remaining, it has to be 4. So 3 plus 1, 4, 2 plus 2, 4, 1 plus 3, 4, and then 0 plus 4 is equal to 4. So that is for the month 1, the distribution of the number of employees. And I'm going to highlight which one is the challenging one. Here, T1 is the challenging one. In the second month, T2 is challenging. In the third month, T3 is challenging. In the fourth month, T4 is challenging. In the fifth month, T5 is the challenging. And in each of the challenging project, the total number of employees which is working is a 5. And remaining, there are exactly 4 employees. I hope that it is clear now. Can I move to the next point? Okay. Now, coming to the next one. Point number A. The team allotted the challenging project. The team allotted the challenging projects gets 2 SE from the team which has allotted to the challenging project in the previous month. Okay. So any team which has got the challenging projects, it will get 2 SE from the team which was allotted the challenging project. So 2 SE from the team which was getting the project in the previous month. In exchange, 1 RE is shifted from the former team to the latter team. Okay, so the point number A is very, very important. So it says, in the team allotted the challenging projects, any team which has been allotted the challenge gets 2 SE from the team which was allotted the challenge. So 2 SE is transferred and 1 RE is transferred. 1 exchange RE is sent here. Okay, so now tell me, from here, T1 to T2, I'm just going to change the color of highlighter, T1 to T2. 2 SE will be shifted. Yes or no? From here to here, 2 SE will be shifted. And from here, 1 RE will be shifted here. Is that part clear to all of you? Yahi hoga na? 2 SE has been shifted and 1 RE has been shifted. This is the case it will happen. Is that clear to all of you? Please respond. Okay. This is a point number A. So what will happen in this case? 2 SC has been shifted and 1 RE. So okay. If there is nothing here, so remember here it will be, there are 3 SCs are already available. So 2 will also shift from here to here. Previous month, so 3 plus 2 here. And 1 RE is already here. And this RE, it will goes to here. So I can say 1 minus 1. Is that clear? Here it was equal to 4 and here it is equal to 1. So 4 minus 2 and here it is equal to 1 plus 1. Is that part clear to all of you? Please respond. From the previous value from 4, 2 of them has shifted here. Okay. So let me draw the arrow sign. So from 4, 2 of them has been shifted here. And this one, RE, it has been shifted here. So previous it was 4, so 4 minus 2 and RE it was 1 plus 1. Here it will be 3 plus 2 and 1 minus 1. Is that part clear? Now the point number B. After the exchange, above exchange, after this exchange has happened, if T1 has any SE and T5 has any RE, then 1 SE is shifted from T1 to T5 and 1 RE is shifted from T5 to T1. So SE is shifted from T1 to T5 and RE is shifted from T5 to T1. Okay, that is the point number 2. Okay. Also, if T2 has any SE and T4 has any RE, then 1 SE is shifted from T2 to T4 and 1 RE shifted from T4 to T2. So there is a change between T2 to T4 also. So T2 to T4 and then T4 to T2. So 1 SE will be shifted if there is any SE is available and 1 RE shifted. Now this is going to happen in every month. Is that part clear to all of you now? Okay. Now, just here. So after this changes, the first changes, just here, is any SE is available here? 4 minus 2. I can say there is 2 SE are available. So out of these 2 SE, one of the SE will be shifted to T5. So how many SE will be remaining? Now remember this here. So how many SE will be remember? One of them will be shifted. So can you say 4 minus 2 plus 1? The total number of SE now here in T1, it is equal to only 1. Okay. Total. And one of the SE has been shifted from T1 to T5. So in T5, the number of SE will become now 1. This was initially 0 and one of them has shifted from T1 to T5. So now it is equal to 1. And one of the RE will also be shifted from T5 to T1. So RE will be now here, it will be equal to 3. And one RE has shifted to T1, so 1. So the total number of RE here, it is equal to 3. So I can say the total number of RE here, it is equal to 3. So let me write down that is equal to 3. Any doubts to anyone now? So this is a change in T1 and T5. Final change in T1 and T5. Clear? Now I need to change in T2 and T4 also. So from T2, one SE is shifted to T4. So total number of SE is in T2, it is equal to 5. So one of them will be shifted to T4. So here it will be 4. So here it will be 3 plus 2 minus 5. That is 4. And here in T4, it will be equal to 2. This 1 plus 1, 2. And one of the RE will be shifted from here to here. So RE here, it will become from 3, it will become 2. And one of them will shift here. So 1 minus 1 plus 1, it will be equal to 1. And this. And now, what about T3? Now, there is no change in the T3. So if there is no change in the T3, so I can say in T3, it will remain as 2 and 2. So any doubts to anyone now? Is the second month is clear to all of you? Ayush, Damini here. So similarly, we can complete this table, and once you complete this table, then you'll get the answer of all the questions here. Okay, once you complete it, you'll get the answer of all the questions. So ho jayega complete or should I complete it? Tell me now. Okay. So you can see here, again, from here 4, 2 of them will be shifted here. So it is initially 2 and 2 plus 2. Okay, na? Because point number A, the team allotted the challenging project will get 2 SE and 1 RE will be transferred from here. So 2 plus 2 here, it is 4. So here it will be equal to 4 minus 2. Okay. And from here, one of them will be transferred. It will goes to here. Okay. So I'll say this is equal to 1 plus 1. And here it will be equal to 2 minus 1. So this is the change will happen here. Now after that, there will be a change between T1 and T5. So initially T1 has got what? 1 and 3 and T5 has got 1 and 3 also. So 1 and 3 and 1 and 3. So one SE will be shifted from T1 to T5. So there will be 2 SE now here and 0 SE here. And one RE will be shifted from T5 to T3. So RE here, it will be equal to 2 and this will become 4. And then there is a change between T2 and T4 also. Alright. So here there are now 2. Here it is equal to 2. And in T4 it is 1 and 3. So one SE will be shifted from T2 to T4. So here it will become here. Okay, यहाँ पे ये 2 था. Sorry, this is 2 and 2 in the previous case. So 2 plus 1, that is 3, and 2 minus 1, it will be 1. And here it will be 3 and here it will be 1. और यहाँ पे ये 4 and this will be equal to 1. So that is how it will proceed. Any doubts to anyone? Please respond. So that might be slightly lengthy, but once you've done it, so I'm writing down the final values here and so that you all can do. So this is equal to 0, 4. Then it is 1, 3. Then it is 4 and 1. Then we'll get 3 and 1 and then 2 and 2. Similarly, in the month 4, it will be comes out to be 0, 4, 1, 3, 2, 2 and 5, 0 and then 2, 2. And in the month 5, it will be equal to 0. It will be 0, 4. Okay, it will be 0, 4, 0, 4 and then 2, 2 and then 4, 0 and then it will be equal to 4 and 1. So this is how it will happen. So any doubts to anyone now? All right. So let's move to the next question here. Next, move to the next set here. So once you prepare a table like this one, so let's move to the questions now. So I'll solve the questions now. Now it's not like this one, once you prepare this table, all the questions are straightforward. No. So let's see. Just give me 2 minutes. I'm just going to paste all this on the next couple of slides and then we can discuss it. Okay. All right. 17 to 20. Yes, 17. Now the question number 17. So question number 17 says the number of times in which the composition of team T2 and the number of times in which the composition of team T4 remain unchanged in 2 successive months. For T2 unchanged in 2 successive months. Okay, you can see. For T2 this is 1, 3 and 1, 3. So it has remained unchanged. Yes or no? So in 2 months it will remain unchanged. The number of times in which the composition of T2 remain unchanged, that is 2 months. And for team T4, so if I'm talking about team T4, it remains unchanged in the 2 successive months. That is 0 times. Nah? So the answer is option number A. Alright. Team T4, every month it is changing. And for team T1, the number of times in which only 1 time, both of them are same in 2 successive months. Is that clear? So the answer for question number 17 is option 2. Can I move to the next question? Ramini, Ayush, Santosh, all of you. Okay, guys. Now, the number of AC in T1 and T5 for the project in 3rd month are, respectively, the number of AC in T1 in 3rd month, it is 0. And for T5, it is equal to, and the number of AC in T5, that is equal to 2. So 0 and 2. Option number A. Now, next is which of the following cannot be the total credit points earned by any employee for the projects? Okay. Which of the following cannot be the total credit points earned by any of the employees? Let me go back to the set. Now, it says each standard project has a total of 100 credit points. So it says each standard project has a total of 100 credit points. While each challenging project has a 200 credit points, the credit points are equally shared between the employees included in that team. So each project has got this 100 credit points here. Okay. Now let's see here. Now, whenever there is a challenging project, okay, whenever there is a challenging project, the number of employees 5. Yes or no? Yahi hai na? Whenever there is a challenging project, the total number of, and for the standard project, there are 4 employees. So when the project point will be distributed, it says the credit points are equally shared between the here. So can I say for a challenging project, whenever any employee is doing the challenging project, so each of the employee will get how much? That is 200 by 5, which is equal to 40 points. Okay. When it comes to the standard project, each of the employees, it will get 100 by 4. That is equal to nothing but that is 25 points. Is that clear? So for a standard project, each of the employee will get this much, and here it will get this much. Is that clear to all of you? Now, let's come to this question. 19. So we are talking about 19. So we have discussed that for the any CP means for a challenging project here, okay, each of the person will get, let's say 200 by 5. That is equal to 40 points. Okay, so 40 points per person. Challenging. And for the regular project, we had that was equal to 25 points per person. So 45 points per person. That is here. So now the question is, which of the following cannot be the total credit points earned by any employee from the projects here? Okay. Now, what are the different possibilities here? Okay. So let's see here. Now, in any month, there are 5 months, and for the 5 months, an employee can work in 5 challenging projects. Yes or no? There is one employee, if I'm talking about one single person. Okay. So one single person, he is working for 5 months. Okay, na? So I'll say standard project, or let me write down, yes, challenging project and regular project. Now, what are the different possibilities? It might be possible in all the 5 months. In all the 5 months, a person like Ayush is there or Damni. In all the 5 months, you are working on challenging projects. In all the 5 months, if someone is working on the challenging projects, and in 0 month, it is working on the regular project. So the total point earned, that is equal to 5 into 40 plus 0 into 25, which is equal to 200. Or 4 months I am working on challenge and 1 month I am working on regular project. So in 4 months I am working on challenge project. So in that case, my point will be 4 into 40. And in 1 month I am working on a regular project. So I'll get 25 points. So 4 into 40 plus 1 into 25, that is equal to 185 points. Or in 3 months, I am working on a challenging project. Okay, and in 2 months, I'm working on a regular project. So in that case, I can earn how much points? 3 into 40 plus 2 into 25, that is equal to 170. Okay, or 2 months, I'm working on a challenging project. And in the remaining 3 months, I'm working on a regular project. So 2 into 40 plus 3 into 25, that will be equal to 155. Or 1 month I'm working on a challenging projects. So I can say 1 month I am getting 40 points, and in the remaining 4 months, every month I'm getting 25 points. So that will be equal to nothing but 140 is also possible. Or 0 into 40. All the 5 months I'm working on a regular project. That is also possible. So that is 5 into 25, which is equal to 125. Is that clear? So the question is, which of the following cannot be the total number of credit points here? So I think 150 is not possible. Now 140 can be possible. 170 is also there. 200 is also possible. So the answer is option B, which is equal to 150. None of the employee can receive a total point of 150. Is that part clear to all of you? Please respond now. Can I move to the next slide? 20. Now, one of the employees scored 185 points. So 185 points. Which of the following cannot be true? So 185 points, let me see. 185 points means 4 into 40 plus 1 into 25. Okay. 4 into 40 plus 1 into 25. So for getting 185 means 4 challenging projects plus 1 regular project. Okay, na? 4 challenging projects here. So one of the employees whose name is Anik, he is working here. Then the question is, which of the following cannot be true? So again, it's a difficult question because I need to check all the options. Okay. Which of the following cannot be true? The answer is, of course, option number D. That's right. Anik worked only in team T1, T3, T4 and T5. Just a minute. This is definitely not true. Okay. Because if this is true, let's say if Anik is working in T1, T3, T4 and T5. Okay. So let's say if I say in the month 1. Okay. In the month 1, Anik is working in T1. So that is a challenging project. Yes or no? In the month 1, if Anik is working in T1 challenging projects. Okay. So in the month 2, okay, it says that which of the following Anik worked only in teams T1, T3, T4. So in month T2, in the month 2, he can't be because if Anik is not working in team T2, Anik is not working in team T2, so it means in the second month he can't work in which project? He can't work in the challenging projects. Yes or no? Because in the month 2, T2 is a challenging project. So in the second month, we know the transfer. If I go back, the transfer is happening in which months? कहीं पे लिखा था मैंने. Okay. The transfer is happening between, in the second point, T1, T5 and T2 and T4. The transfer is happening between T1, T5 and T2 and T4. Yes or no? T1 to T5 the transfer is happening, or T2 to T4 is happening here. Okay. So it says Anik worked only in T1, T3, T4, T5. So that is not possible. T3 में तो वो कभी part ही नहीं हो सकता. From T1 he can be either shift to T5, and from T1 if he is shifting to T5, let's say in the next month, so he cannot work on project 2 now. So that's why it is not possible. Is that clear now? That's why option D is not possible. Because we can shift from T1 to T3, but from T4 I can shift to T2. So T3 mein I can never be a part. Is that clear now? Any doubt? So can we move to the next set? If this part is clear to all of you, please respond.